All right. Yeah, it's working. So this is where I would ask if you want me to keep going, even though I lost all my viewers, or should I call the quits stream quits now? But I'm gonna keep going. Yeah, that's how we're gonna play this. I'm gonna keep going, and because I said I was gonna stream, and I would appreciate it if you came back, but I know some of you can't, and that's okay. Yeah. Okay. So what I was gonna explain was that 2 plus 3 is 5, which means that Ferocia takes 5 points in bludgeoning damage as the snail kind of bops into her. And she's gonna makes a kind of angry cat noise. And it is not Ethel's turn yet, but I also need to write down how many hit points she has because yeah, okay, in case it's gonna come to that later. So yeah, starts back at the top of the round. Ferocia is right there next to this Flail Snail and is determined to attack it. So is going to make 3 attacks because she's right next to it, which is her bite. Apologize. Yeah, she's gonna go with a bite. Bite first. That's a 5 plus 8. That's 11. Yeah, that's not gonna hit. An AC of 18. Okay. She's gonna try. She's gonna try it again because she's determined to take this thing down. Oh, hey, you're back. Excellent. Sorry about the stream falling apart. We had internet troubles, but it should be back now. So hopefully, and also if you can't see or hear, if anything goes wrong, I might not know on my end. So I'm gonna need you to put that in the chat, pretty please. Thank you. I'm still use them pronouns. He or she's fine, and we are still fighting this flail snail. We have a group of 2 sibling groups who are kind of in a tense, weird standoff, and then there's a flail snail, so now they have to work together to take this out. I will say though that yeah, she's just gonna start biting at it again, and she's gonna try to trip it. Yeah, 11's not gonna hit. That is a 19. She's rolled 2 19s, which hits. And that's with one of the claws, so that's a D3 plus 3. So we're gonna roll a D6 and round up because I don't have any D3s with me. I should. But you know. 1. So that's 4 points of damage. Okay. So, and she's gonna paw at it again and try this one more time. Oh, okay, that's an 11. 14. That's a 7. Yeah, that doesn't. Yeah, I'm gonna say that, given the circumstances, that doesn't hit. So I will say that it would hit if they were flanking, but I'm going to say she's not flanking exactly. I'd say that Claudette and um, what's his name? Claudette and Dendron are flanking, but Ferocia is not flanking. So I'm going to say that it doesn't hit, but still does 4 points of damage on the Flail Snail. So that's a start. 4 points of damage. That's chipping away at it. Then Dendron is going to go. He's raging. He is, so he's ranged, which means his strength goes up. He gets +4 strength, +4 constitution, but that only sort of ups his to hit bonus. It does lower his armor class, but, you know, such as, I did not give Seraphina her turn. I don't know how that happened, but we're gonna still gotta turn this turn. And we'll square it that way. Yeah. So he gets a he only gets he has to make a reflex saving throw. I'm gonna assume the cat made it because she has really high dex. But yeah, he gets only a +2 on his reflex saving throw. And yeah, so he gets he has to make a reflex saving throw DC 14 in order to stay up because the snail did the thing. So it's DC 14 reflex saving throw. He gets the green dice, so that's this one. DC 14, let's do it. 8, that's a 10. Okay, so he is not going to attack. He's going to fall prone. And he is, he's going to fall prone, which means he has to spend the rest of his turn getting up and can't attack, I'm going to say. Yes, he's going to fall prone, and that's going to happen. And it is, where would she have gone in the, did I not roll? I don't think I rolled initiative. I completely missed one of my, hang on, this is, I definitely rolled initiative. Oh, I didn't account for the flail snail. That's why I never rolled initiative for, okay, so here's what we're gonna do. I never rolled initiative for my druid because I did the math wrong. So I was factoring in there 7 on the list, which means 7 per, but I didn't factor in and put the flails down on, okay. That makes sense. So she's gonna roll initiative and get a 2. So she's just gonna go, I mean, she has decent dex, but I don't think she has +5. I'm pretty sure she doesn't have +5 dex. So yeah, does not have +5 dex. So she's gonna go at the end of the round next to the flail snail. That's how we're gonna put her in. Okay, that was a huge oversight on my part. Okay. So that brings us to Denrin, then Yessa, who is going to once again try to make this jump check. But she doesn't know that it's slimy. She doesn't know, and she is more desperate than ever to get to poor Yessa. Okay, so she's gonna make this jump, and she is going up. She's trying to jump up desperately as so Yessa is gonna. Oh, I need this. She's going to +2 and +2, so +4. She has to make a 15 with a +4, and she is going to make this jump check. And then she has to make the reflex saving throw, so that'll be fun. Well, that's a 15 on the die, so she manages to jump up. Now, is she going to fall prone or not? That is the question. So she makes, here, he's going to move him over. She makes the jump, and so she's up there. I'm going to just check that. Yeah, okay. So she makes the jump. She hops up onto the thing. She makes the jump. Now she has to make a reflex saving throw or go splatting out and end up on her ass, basically. But she'll still be next to the flails now, so she can use yes. Okay, that makes sense. Alright, yeah, I'll allow that. So she has to make she has to make a reflex saving throw. She gets +6 on those, so, and it's only DC 14, but we'll see. Let's go, yes. Come on, good girl, you got this. So she leaps up as she sees that her master is in trouble. She's that's a 19 on the die. So she makes it, and which means she can attack. Yeah, she's going to attack. She's going to bite into this thing. I'm going to say she can make the jump and the attack because, let's see what kind of attack. If she has more than one attack, she's not getting all of them, but I would say she's, given the amount of movement she has, 50 feet, a bite, Oh, and she knows how to heal, because she's a good girl. Okay. Yeah, so she gets one attack, which is a d6 +2. I'm going to say fair. Okay, so she's going to attack. She's going to jump in and try to bite into this flail snail. It's, so she gets a +4 altogether, because she gets +2 on strength, and that is a 10 +4, it's 14. No, even if they consider it to be flanking, even though they're all flanking, basically, it's still not, which brings everyone's AC down 2, it's still not going to be enough to hit. She snarls, but she gets a mouthful of, she manages to catch her paws, but she, in doing so, she bites into it, but she bites into the shell and just kind of pulls at it uselessly. And that's her thing. Okay, so that's her turn. And now I believe it was, whose turn is next? So that's Yes's turn. We got Claudette. Okay, Claudette's gonna make 2 attacks. Let me see what her attack bonuses for those are. She's gonna make the first with her axe. I need to look up the stats for an axe real quick. I don't have them written down. Oh, she's a +5 strength. That's pretty cool. Okay. And equipment. There we go. For other items, we need ones for weapons, armor. She's not wearing. Okay, so she's got. Yeah, she's a ranger, so she's not limited to that. Yeah, so she has a hand axe and a sickle. Um, yeah, because if she wanted to wield, yeah, it's great axes too. Yeah, so she has a hand axe and a sickle that she fights with. Okay, so she's gonna first get her. So it's 1d6 damage. And oh, ×3 on a crit. That's pretty cool. Okay, if we confirm it, so she's gonna pull out her, make the attack with her main hand with the hand axe. So base attack bonus is yeah. So she's gonna start with did I not write down any of her? Okay. So clearly my notes on her are a little lacking. So she's gonna have to take. Okay, first thing she's gonna have to do is we're gonna have to go here and we're gonna fix that. Second thing we're gonna have to do is right here we go. So okay, so she gets a +3 on her reflex saving throw, and +3 dexterity, so +6. It's a 14. She's making a DC 14 save with +6, so that's pretty good. Let's 11 +6. Yep. So she makes the save. So she's going to attack. First attack is with the hand axe. It's the base, so it's +3 +5, so it's +8 altogether. And yeah, it's +8. So she gets a +8 with this hand axe. So she swings a hand axe she's holding in one hand, and she 10 +8. Wait, is it +8? +8, yes. Okay, it does make the and it's actually only has to be a 16 because she's flanking because they're all surrounding it. So okay, this is brilliant. So she gets the that hits, and the hand axe deals a d6. We'll use this one. +3, no, +5, because it's plus strength, because she's strong. She's all like rippling muscle. Okay, that's max damage. It's 11 damage. Okay, so 11 damage, and we're gonna write this down. I know it look a little strange with the book like this, but and then she's going to go for an offhand attack with her sickle. And I just want to check one thing. And so she took a -2 penalty, but the armor class. So okay. She takes a -2 penalty for the offhand attack as well with the other one, but she gets a +5, so it's a +3 essentially. So she gets she's making it a +3 with a sickle to kind of follow up slice. That does not hit. Okay, that's a 5 on the die. She tries to follow up with the sickle, but she just scrapes it along the shell, and it makes a horrible grating sound, and she just fails. Okay. Then it becomes, as Claudette makes her move, then it ends up being Ethel, then Leo, then Ethel, then Leo, then Sardina, then the snail. So Ethel is going to draw her sword and run up. She's gonna draw her sword and run up because she doesn't mind. She's gonna draw her sword, run up, and she's gonna make an acrobatics check. DC, I believe we set the DC at 17. Let's see. And does she have acrobatics as a skill? This is an important question we need to answer before we can do anything. So her skills include no acrobatics. Okay. So she's gonna make her DC. She's gonna make her DC 17 acrobatics check. If she fails it, she'll end up. Yep, that's how we're gonna play that. She fails it. Okay, so she's gonna take 1d4 points of bludgeoning damage, because that's a really bad failure. 4. Okay, she's gonna take 4 points of bludgeoning damage. And she's gonna end up here and prone. Yeah, she's gonna end up there and prone. I don't know if you can see her with the, she's flat on her back as she, with a 4, that is how that goes. Even with good dex, that's not a great. So she's lying flat on her back and prone. That's her turn. Leo is going to he's got to provoke an attack of opportunity, but he doesn't care. He's gonna go run up to her because he doesn't want to be anywhere near this snail after what happened. He's gonna try to run up to her, and that gives the snail an attack of opportunity. So he's gonna, I'm gonna say, because he's going down and not trying anything else, and he's a cat, I'm gonna give him that without the need for an acrobatics check, because he's only going halfway down. And then the, sorry, my leg. So he's gonna go down and kind of look at her face a little, nudge, but that does give the flail snail an attack of opportunity. Okay, let's see. Flail snail gets an attack of opportunity, and it's gonna take it as this warp immune. Okay, so is a slam attack, which is +7. Okay, so is gonna try and hit. And what is Leo's AC? This is an important question. The attack roll is +7. Leo's AC is 16. So we'll see how this goes. We're not gonna use this one. We're gonna use that one. So yeah. That is a 4 plus 7, 11. Yeah, no. Leo manages to definitely dart around as the snail flicks out its tail trying to smack it, and he runs down and kind of licks Ethel's face a little bit, trying to see if she's okay. She's fine, she just has a bruised ego. Yep, so that's his turn. Then after him, we got Sardina, who got left out of last round. So I'm going to say, because I skipped her turn last round, she is going to get, what spells does she have prepared? Is she going to be able to get close enough to cast, and what's she going to try to do? I'm going to say she gets double movement. I know it's a little bit uncouth, but she did miss her turn last round, so, what spells? Entangle, Shillelagh, Goodberry, Cure Light Wounds, Bark Skin, Flaming Sphere. Okay. She's gonna climb. Oh no, because it's a steep cutoff there, so she can't. She's not gonna be able to reach that hill. Okay. I'm gonna say she can get to. She's gonna. Cast. She's gonna make her way to here and cast Shillelagh on her stick. That's her plan. Yeah, she's gonna make her way there and cast Shillelagh on her stick. We're losing viewers, apparently. That's okay. I do appreciate you all coming anyway. Yeah, so she's gonna go to there and cast Shillelagh on her stick. And it's gonna be that's gonna be her thing. Okay, so that's her turn, and now it is the Flail Snail's turn. Now it's got a lot of targets. It's got a 10-foot reach, which means hypothetically it could go down on. It's 4 attacks, and it's got a nice reach, so it could. I'm gonna say it's gonna attack before who are attacking it in that little circle. So that's the snail's plan. Let's see what. Let me see. Yes. It's good. And then Claudette was that, and Ferocia was there. Okay. I'm gonna roll all 4 attacks at once. I'm gonna pick 4 d4s, 4 d20s, and I have a it's a +7 bonus to each, and I picked a different color for each of them, so I know who's getting attacked. Flail Snail begins to flail, and use its large things to smack at everyone all around it. Goes. Okay, and how effective as it is well, that's an 8 to hit Dendron. His armor class is 12, so that hits. Actually, it's only 10 because he's raging. So, yeah, armor class hits, and yeah, so his armor hits his armor class and does 1d4 plus 3 bludgeoning damage. So 2 plus 3 is 5. So he takes 5 damage and kind of growls, grits his teeth. He doesn't care. He's raged out. Taking 5 points of bludgeoning to make that down to 10. Okay. Then we have Claudette. That's a 13 on her die plus. That's 20. Definitely hits her AC. So, and she's not raging, so and takes 4 points. That's 7 points of damage. That is not doing so well. Okay. That's only that many points of damage. Okay. Still a lot, but not as bad as I thought. And she, God, stop it. Ethel, can you do something magical? And then Ethel's like, you saw what happened last time? And then, so she's not happening. That's not happening. Damn it. And that's Ethel's turn. So then Yessa and Furiosa. So Yessa, that was a 6 to attack, plus 7 is 13, which is that's 13. Yes, 13. And Yessa's armor class is lower than that, higher than that, so she is fine. She kind of ducks under, gives a kind of low growl, like she doesn't want anything to do with this. And that's a 5 on the dice for Furiosa. So the smaller animal companions manage to duck and kind of hisses at it. I guess it growls. They duck under as the flails are getting thrown around. And yeah, that's Flail Snail's turn. And it is back to the top of the round. It's not gonna try to move, I don't think, just yet. We'll see how it feels the next turn, but for now it doesn't seem like it's going to move. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna move. All right, so top of the round, it's Ferocia. She and bites. She gets a bite and 2 claws. So that's a bite. AC is 16 for this Flail Snail because it's being flanked. And that's a 17 on the die, so that hits. Which does, let's see, the bite, if I remember correctly, does a D6. It also trips, but is, as a snail, this thing's immune to being tripped. So, DC being, okay, so it's D6 plus 3, yeah, so it's a D6 plus 3. That's 5 points of damage, and sinking her kind of teeth into it, that would be 5 more points of damage. That makes that. Okay. And she's going to also do 2 claw attacks. I'm going to roll them both at once. 2 claws. That's a 50. That hits, and then 10. One hits, one doesn't. So this D3, which is a D6, 1D3 plus 3 damage from the claws. If I 1D3 plus 3 damage. So that's 1 plus 3 is 4 damage. Let me just double check that it's plus 3. 2 claws, 1D3 plus, yeah. So it takes another 4 damage as she rakes her claws, and then one of them, she gets right along the edge of the shell, and then one of them goes into the flesh a bit, and one just kind of is useless against the shells. So let's the shell rather. So let's set that down to that much damage. Okay. Yeah, its next turn, it's gonna, well, if it survives to its next turn, it's gonna try something. So, let's just say that. So, Dendron is going to attack it. They're actually doing quite well. The flail snail is looking kind of hurt and probably regretting its decision not to try to climb up, to try to get out of there when it had the chance, and just kind of looking around wildly as it's oozing kind of off of these cuts along its the cat claws and then the smacks, and the Dendron takes an attack with his great axe, and his base attack bonus is, okay, so it's 2 plus, alright, so 2 plus 3 is 5, so, and it's only at 16 because they're flanked, they have it surrounded. That's a nat 20, that's a crit, roll to confirm. 14, hang on, plus, yeah, that's a crit. Yeah, he crit. Okay, so crit if I is double. Okay, let me check the great axe because sometimes we don't have the crit tables in play. But I will say that if certain weapons do triple or even quadruple damage on crits, so I think he might kill this thing with a crit, which is good because I'm afraid he's gonna die. He is definitely not looking so great. Great axe. Here we go. Great axe. Here we go. D12. 3 times on a crit. So it's 3d12. Yes, 3d12. Oh, he has to make a reflex saving throw. Right, because of the mucus. Okay. Let's roll that. It's a DC 14. He has a +2, so okay, that's a 13 on the die, and he has a +2, so he's fine. Yeah, he makes the save. He struggles, digs his feet in. He's not sure, but he makes it, and he brings his axe down and might just kill this thing. Honestly, it's 3d. That's 10 plus 10 is 20 plus 9 is 29 points of damage plus his strength, which is +3. So it's 29, 32. That's 32 points of, yeah, no, that's enough to kill this thing. Okay. All right. So as Dendron pulls up his axe and he takes a deep breath and he just kind of, you will die, and he just swings it and it goes straight underneath all of these like necks, and its head just kind of plops off as he just swings his axe and it falls flat down, snail jelly everywhere, kind of oozing forward. He takes it kind of like out of rage. He took some damage. So after that, the flail snail is defeated. And that is the wrong book. Okay. Wrong book. The flail snail is defeated, and I guess everyone left after they saw the flail snail died, but that's okay. The flail snail is dead. The Dendron was at 10 damage out of 30, so he was pretty hurt. Although, his sister had, Sardinia had cure wounds prepared, so she's gonna heal him. They're basically just gonna take your life down and have role play. I um, I was hoping more people would come to see the epic showdown. I'm not gonna lie, but thank you all who did come. I really appreciate it. And I know we started a tiny bit late, and I still had the chart set up. But I do appreciate you coming, and next time we'll do better. Let me know what you thought. I always appreciate. Thank you so much for coming. I'm sorry the internet's being wonky, but thank you. And I'm probably not going to stream tomorrow. If you're following, you'll get an email notification if I do. But if I do, it will be just before the if I do, it'll be like a 5:00 evening stream. So that will be a thing. Yeah, I appreciate all of you coming. Monday, of course, I'm doing the usual 11:30 stream. It's gonna be more Pathfinder. We're working on what are we working on for Monday's stream? Yeah, Monday's gonna be 11:30 stream. It's a Pathfinder, so we'll be working on our cleric, who is hacking by a gelatinous cube and is still injured. That should be fun. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you have an excellent Saturday. Enjoy your day, and I'll see you when I see you. Thank you so much for all coming. I really appreciate all the support.